Content warnings can be found in the description or in the chat. Enjoy the show. Hey, gang, and we're back. And the gang's all here. My name is Justin. Welcome back to the actual finale of It's a Small World. I'm Justin Galliani. I use they, them pronouns. I'm going to be your dungeon master for the rest of this series. And I'm joined today with some incredible fellas who are ready to get right back into the action. We've already killed a man. Let's keep it going. Let's go around and do introductions, starting with alphabetical order. Blackwell, kick us off.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? My name is Blackwell, your everyman in the TTRPG D&D verse here on the interwebs. I am your everyman, and I play Brabrax, your... God, what is he? Barbarian? Barbarian Warforged? Yeah, our Barbarian Warforged. Why did I forget him so bad?
It's only been a week.
Yeah, it's only been a week. Like, yeah, it's only been a week.
What's up, guys? I'm Sloan, aka Sloan Running, he, him. I'm playing Phil, and I'm just really excited for this last game.
Hey y'all, I'm Spencer. You can find me on TikTok under SpencyDM, and I'm playing our dust-filled elven warlock, Neander.
And I'm Taylor. I work with Justin on the So You Want to Be a DM podcast, and I will be playing Carl and Cam this evening. All three of us use he, him pronouns.
Incredible. I was curious about Cam. I didn't want to ask, and but I was curious. Okay, incredible. Let's jump into a little bit of a recap, even though it's only been 1 week for us, the players. Okay, last we left off, our little legends of the Tiny Intelligence Agency have taken out one of the human intruders, working together to throw this human man out of a closed window. Good riddance. But the Garcia household is not completely safe yet. On the first floor in the kitchen, where our heroes entered the house, there lies another intruder stuffing their belly. Can Phil, Carl, Xander, Cam, and Brabrax work together to rid their home of freakishly gigantic burglars? We pick up moments after a human man falls 2 stories to his death, breaking his neck. As our heroes try and catch their breath, they hear a frightening sound from downstairs.
Larry, is that you? Oh my God, Larry! Oh no, your neck! I see the bone! Oh God! No!
And so, you're all here in the master bedroom, seconds after you've taken out one of the giants. What is going through everyone's heads before we decide what happens next?
I want to point out there's only one bone in the neck. Is his spine exposed?
Technically, there's a few bones, right? There's a few
The vertebrae.
I mean, it's
vertebrae that could potentially be popping
terrifying.
out. Maybe a clavicle made its way up there. We don't know.
Yeah, like there's layers.
It's theater of the mind.
Incredible.
Scapula making its way through.
If I remember
that's
everything
dark.
I did in theater, like there's multiple sections in your neck to your spine. So there's probably a couple of bones sticking out from there.
Hell yeah.
compound
Depending on how you
fracture on
damage
your
it.
neck is insane.
Yeah, it's bad. He's dead. He died
dead.
from it. So,
As
and it
somebody
was
who's fallen off of a ladder like IRL from like 2 stories up,
That
this
sucks.
is wild.
That sucks. I was a painter for a summer, and it made me realize that I don't have a fear of heights. I have a fear of falling from heights.
Naturally.
And it's an important distinction.
Everyone does.
I don't have a fear of heights. I have a fear of gravity.
Yeah.
I
That's
feel
why
like
we
at this
defy
time, though,
gravity, boys.
I feel like at this time, Brabrax is still like holding the cannons up. Like He's done his Kamehameha, basically.
Mhm.
And at this point in time, just because, to be honest, to be fair, the cannons break.
Mm.
Too much power, too much torque. He no longer has access to that weapon.
Good to know.
I think
One of those situations of like pushing the weapon past its limit and like supercharging it to the point of no return, where you were able to fire off this incredible blast of energy that played a huge part in killing this man. But it may not be able to help you in the next battle. Not in the same way, at least.
Okay.
What's everybody else's characters kind of thinking in this moment? Like, what's going through your heads is the glass shatters. Jessica scurries off.
Phil eyes Jessica as she leaves the room.
As you're bouncing in between, blinking.
Shut.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly. Did
I
we
think
close
you
the door?
did close the door. I mean, she's trying to get out.
Right.
She's freaking out. She does not want to be in this room when the window gets broken through.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think Neander's still in shock. Like, yeah, like his concentration breaks on Cloud of Daggers. Like, it's just gone. Like, he's well, he doesn't need it anymore. The allergies killed the man. But like, he's just like, his eyes stop glowing. He's like, I think the dust kind of like settled on him, and he's like looking at Brobrax like, that was insane, brother. That was insane.
Phil will walk up to everyone. Well, that was a little louder than we wanted to be. I don't think we have a whole lot of time.
Don't. But one assailant has been eliminated. One still remains. The house is not safe yet.
Well, that was intimidating as shit. Should we go?
Yeah. Do we want to try to wrangle Jessica so we get there a little faster? And I pull
think
out
that
one of
sounds like
the
a great
big
idea.
long sticks. So that
Do
we
I-
can.
Do I have catnip left, or did I use all of it? Did I leave it all with the guy in the bar?
You gave it all to
Sick. Okay.
the guy
Great.
who runs the walk-in
Great.
little nightclub.
Great. Okay. So never mind on that idea.
We might. I think we can still make something work.
Let's see if she likes dog treats. And I pull out my massive hammer space dog treat.
Make an animal handling check with I'll say it's disadvantage.
Yeah. Using a dog treat for a cat. Yeah, that tracks.
Neander's gonna like pat you, and he's gonna give
Do you
you
mean
guidance.
Xander?
God, jeez, I'm playing two characters that have the same sounding name. Sorry, Xander.
Listen, it's okay. Most of my characters have the same last name of Holloway. You
And
start
they're
getting
both
confused.
Warlocks. They're both warlocks.
Justin, I have a question for you.
Xander,
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're like real, because Jessica's based off your cat, correct?
Right, yeah.
Do you, by chance, like personify Jessica? Do you see Jessica as more than just a simple house cat? Would you call them family?
Okay, let me think about this. Yes, absolutely. I love Jessica to death. She's absolutely a little princess in my house. But
a little personified, if you will.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay,
Why do you
so
ask?
the rules of charm person are a humanoid within range? Would we say that by definition?
Okay, hilarious.
I knew he
In
was
this
going for
What an
that.
context.
interesting way to find me in a corner here in a dark alley and stab me in the back.
I don't mean to be adversarial to the DM. But
No,
we are
no,
fighting
no.
a human.
You do. And you do. And you do mean to do that. No, Go ahead and roll. You're a cleric. Roll a d20 plus your wisdom modifier, and you need to hit a. You need to hit a 15 in order to charm person a cat.
Okay. 13 plus 4.
Okay. I'll allow you to try charm person on Jessica.
Everyone at home, always remember, guilt trip your DMs. Use everything you have against them. That is. Yeah, I'm going to try and charm person Jessica.
Incredible.
Can I get a wisdom saving throw? And the DC of 15.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's a 15 on the dice.
All right, there.
Jessica seems to be in such an agitated state that it's going to be hard to continue to use her unless you try and just beat the shit out of that nightclub owner and get your catnip back, because she is frazzled. She's like on alert. Once she realizes that she can't get out of the door, she is going to scurry underneath the bed and kind of hides out there for the time being. There is still Josie, the dog, of which the dog treat will have much better effect, you think? And I think it was last established that Josie was upstairs, just not in this bedroom.
Okay.
So another possible way to get downstairs faster if that is the goal.
Sure. So rolling back to the animal handling check, I actually rolled pretty decent. That's a 7.
Okay. Incredible. Jessica just hisses at you.
Actually, no. Boom! Immediately into you rolling
Walks
form.
She eyes you up and down, and then just kind of like a bull, just kind of snorts in your direction and continues underneath the bed, skulking away.
Well, it looks like we might be on foot.
All right.
As you stow away your treat in your little dimensional pocket, you guys head over to the door that you closed to trap this man in this room of death. Little did he know he was like Rorschach in The Watchmen. It was like you're not trapped.
Us.
Yeah.
Couldn't even get it out. I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me. That kind of scene. Yeah, hell yeah. And as you guys open the massive door, or even like start making your way underneath the crack, either way, easy enough to do with enough teamwork, you hear a familiar voice that sounds weaker than it's ever been before. As first you hear a very soft thud, preceded by a little bit of buzzing, as Franz the fly kind of does that thing that old flies do, where they're kind of like hovering and flying very slowly, and kind of like hits a wall and like bumps into things on its way down to the carpet. And as he lays down on the carpet near the exit of this room, he looks at all of you and he says, "Well, hello there. It is me. It is Franz. I don't know if you can recognize me. It's been ages. It's been ages since I've seen you.
Hello,
Earlier
Franz.
today, in fact. Hello, Phil. Carl, Alexander, Brobrex. My closest friends. We have been together my entire life. I look at the four of you and I think, these are my brothers. These are my truest friends.
Yeah.
I could not finish the battle with you today, gentlemen, but I will see you in Valhalla. Go, fight, die a warrior's death, as I did this day." And Franz the fly dies. of old age.
I take a moment.
I think
Pay my respects.
He's gonna take off his hat and he's gonna be like, "Well, I don't know about y'all, but I thought he was annoying, but there's above table is nothing against you, Justin. I just think Xander would think that. I think Xander would think that.
To be honest, I'm a little confused about, the relationship. Did anybody ever, you guys know his last name, or I didn't really talk to him.
I thought it was the Fly.
Yeah.
I was just confused why he thought we were friends. We just met him today.
We did save his life that one time, though.
If it gives him peace in the afterlife, that's all that matters.
Yeah, flies don't go to the afterlife. This is just known fact.
Right.
Where do they go then?
Well, that one went to the carpet.
Oh.
Well,
Xander just puts his hat back on.
These thoughts are a little too big for an insect brain like mine.
Later,
I
Franz.
still have a house to save, by the way.
You're right. As an insect, I do take a moment to reflect on my own mortality. Considering it is probably much shorter than everybody else in the group.
There's a strong possibility, yes, that your lifespan, if not cut short by wayward monster feet of the giant humans or some sort of insecticide, chemical warfare, then yeah, your lifespan is probably much shorter than many of your friends, especially Brabrax, who is a toy, can in theory live for generations. But with that heavy thought rattling around in Carl's head, you guys exit the master bedroom. To your left, you do see the bathroom where Franz the Fly was once captured in wayward toothpaste. And ahead of you, just past the entrance to New Linen Haven, you see the other bedroom of the second floor, where you can hear Josie's collar sort of jingling a little bit as Josie is just kind of like she's in there. She's probably licking her butt or something, just kind of getting at it. So,
all right.
What do you guys want to do?
Are we going for the dog?
Yeah, I think mounting up for the next battle would probably be a good idea.
Okay. All right. Now, Justin, let me ask you a question.
Nope, just a dog. Just a dog.
Fair.
Justin doesn't share the same sentiments for dogs as he does for cats. As they do for cats.
That is true.
You're gonna get some heat on the internet for that one.
I'll take it all day. Dogs are dumb. They're great. They're just
objectively stupid.
Yep.
All right, so we have sticks and a dog treat.
Yeah, and I'm gonna fashion it into a long, basically a long stick with the dog treat hanging off the end of it.
Amazing. Paint a picture with words for me of how the bug is how you guys are gonna do this logistically, like swing a massive stick and or climb onto the back of Josie with a stick and a dog treat on it.
Very good question.
I might be able to get Josie to lay down for a moment, and then we can climb on top
board,
and then deploy the old bait.
Yeah, I'm thinking either distraction or sneaking of potentially doing that thing that you see at the radios where the horse is running past and they snag the saddle and do the little bounce up on top
Yeah. Like a
boy.
Legolas move. Kind of really talk about defying gravity, Spencer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Legolas in that movie when he backwards jumps onto a horse.
Yep. I'm like, his homie was aura forming all 3 movies. All right,
All right, I might blow through all my spell slots before we get to the fight, but that's okay. First, Phil would like to enter the room.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Animal Friendship.
Okay. Awesome.
If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, it automatically fails. Otherwise, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Nat 1.
Okay, then. Okay, all this does is give me, like, advantage on checks, really. So after that, I would like to cast first level Command.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw again, DC 15, and I'm just going to say, stay. And that lasts for a round.
As you cast Animal Friendship, Josie stops licking herself, turns to look at you, and like cocks her head to the side a little bit. Her ears perk up. And then you cast Command. What is it like when you cast Command? I remember you doing it very early on to Josie in the kitchen, but it's been a couple weeks since then. So
that one was a little more aggressive, and this one is meant with kindness. So rather than underneath him, a pool of shadow emerges. And rather than that, reaching out and kind of like grasping or forcing anything, all it does is it moves forward and kind of creates a tunnel from her eyes to mine, and kind of like horse blinders shades out the rest of the world while we make eye contact, and some form of royalty-free Barry Manilow plays, and we have a moment, and now we're friends.
Incredible. Okay, awesome. Josie, you said lay down or something to the effect? Okay.
Yeah.
She does. She absolutely responds. She failed the saving throw, and she goes into, I mean, she kind of was already in a laying down position, but she even like goes more supine or whatever. And like puts her head down on the ground. Double prone.
Shall we board?
Let's do this.
Onward, gentlemen.
Neander's just walking towards. God, Xander is walking towards. Oh my God.
Mistaken identity.
You put your own name on the Zoom call too.
I'm looking at the character sheet that says Xander. Like it's everything.
It's so funny. Okay, so you all get aboard the back of this, for you guys, gigantic puggle. It's got that kind of fur pattern. Brindle, I think it's called, where it's like orange and black and almost like stripy kind of vibes. Her gigantic bug eyes coming halfway out of her head, like someone from Ripley's Believe It or Not, like on the cover of the book kind of thing.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think Scholastic's book fair.
Book fairs, that was a real winner amongst the boys in elementary school. And so as Josie becomes one of those massive, we already mentioned Legolas, so I'm just going to keep it in the Lord of the Rings stuff. One of those like Oliphants, like this massive mount that you are all now hurtling on top of, as it has 4 individuals on its back. And Carl, you know this is your time. This is your moment. A plan you've been putting together for hours, days even. As you pull out of your secret little hiding spot a stick, some string made of fucking dust, and dog treats. and you fashion together essentially a carrot on the end of the stick, but a dog treat on the end of the stick for the sake of this dog that you're riding. I need everybody except for Carl first. Eventually I'll have Carl do stuff, but first, everybody else, how are you helping this situation of like getting this dog to check out the treat, to hold your guys all in place, to get down the stairs and tell Josie where to go and all of those things? How are you helping Carl and Josie in this situation? Depending on how you guys do and how you guys roll, that will affect the final DC for Carl's check with the stick and the treat.
Xander's gonna cast his mage hand, and like it's gonna be right by the treat, and it's gonna like be snapping at the dog, like oh, like look here, and Xander's just gonna be focusing on making it snap. It's not making any sound. It's just a snapping.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, that totally makes sense. That tracks. Go ahead and make either a performance or a persuasion check.
Yes, that's better. It was not. That's a 13 total.
Okay. 13. Gotcha. Phil or Robrex?
So the command only lasted a round, but animal friendship is 24 hours.
Okay.
So I'd like to be up front and use that. I kind of want to gently grip kind of the loose folded skin, and maybe help like steer wherever the treat goes, kind of gently nudge in that direction, while also whispering sweet good boys in its ear.
It is good girls, but you would know that.
Good girls.
You would know that. Yeah.
So I do that thing where all dogs are boys and all cats are girls in my head, and I need to stop.
Oh no, 100%, 100%. I totally get it. So go ahead and make an animal handling check, and I think you said you get advantage because of animal friendship. So go ahead and do that.
Ooh, good thing I did. There we go. 17 plus 7 with an animal handling. 24.
Okay, sick. And Brobrex.
Nothing that's like anything animal-like, but I think Brobrex, in this triumphant moment of them mounting onto the dog and the dog rising up towards the treat, he's just going to simply say, "Hi-ho, Silver, away!" Like giving the command to the dog to move, go, chase after it.
Incredible. Go ahead and make a animal handling or a performance check.
I got at least a point in animal handling. We could do that. Like 17 plus 1, 18.
18. Okay, an 18, a 24, and a 13. Okay, good to know. Okay, Carl, your friends are helping you out in various ways. As you hear Brobrex bellow out, "Hi-ho, Silver, away!" You throw the stick forward as the dog treat begins to travel. Go ahead and make an animal handling check with advantage.
Yes. You got a 17 and a 19. So 21.
Okay, incredible. You managed to aim Josie in the direction that you would like her to go. She is traveling fast, but not reckless. So, where are you planning on directing her?
A battle.
Yeah, down the stairs. You said to the kitchen is where we heard. Was it Frank?
I believe Frank is on the first floor, if memory serves. I know it's only been a week, but I'm pretty sure it's Frank on the first floor.
Was he in the back room on the computer? Why do I feel like I remember
he was
sitting on
watching
the
a YouTube
desktop?
video.
He was watching a YouTube video.
Yeah.
That's right. He was in the refrigerator at one point because he commented on how much condiments were all over the place and how there were bugs in there and like weird stuff because of he essentially stumbled into the crime scene that Brobrex and Xander left and then started going onto the computer in the study nearby the living room. Yes. So presumably he would still be in the study. unless he's moved. But I mean, you did hear him remark at the death of his friend. So he was probably up at the very least, like standing at least. He's alert. He's at attention. And so as you all
this, though.
are on the dog,
Puggle just charging away.
Josie sprinting down the stairs, banks around the corner, her little claws skidding across the little tile foyer entryway thing in front of the front door before hitting the carpet and barreling towards the study, as turning around is this gargantuan burglar. At this point, has their ski mask rolled up over their face and is wearing it like a beanie. You see thick glasses, like Coke bottle glasses, like really thick. From your guys' perspective, this freak of nature has massive eyes. They're too big for his face. It's crazy. And as he turns to see not just a smallish dog sprinting towards him, but as he notices 4 small, tiny, formidable warriors riding its back, he pushes his glasses up his nose as he says,
I knew it. I knew there were little people who lived in the walls. I freaking knew it. I've prepared my whole life for this. It's on.
And I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Hell yeah.
Would you say everyone is within 5 feet of me?
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys have advantage on initiative as my quarterstaff glows.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Ooh.
There we go.
18.
14.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah. For a total of what?
23.
Rob Rex, what'd you get?
There we go. 17 plus 6, so 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
All right.
We'll go first. I have no range ability right now.
Okay, well, yeah, I can run.
What about Josie?
I am going to say only one of you can drive Josie. Like, you can ride on Josie. That's all fine. But in terms of, like, Josie, go 60 feet that direction or whatever.
Right.
Only one of you can do that. Everybody can't, like, do it on their turns and stuff. So, do we want it to be Phil or Carl? Because there's a case to be made for both of you. Phil was using the neck folds as a steering wheel, as reins, and Carl has the treat.
I'll say Taylor if you want, strategically wise, because I'm mostly support anyway. I can drive and handle that and let y'all do stuff.
Okay.
So do I need to spend my action?
No.
Josie?
She'll have her own turn essentially.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, just that way y'all can hop off and go do things. If other people stay, I can continue to, because I'm not going to be doing any DPS.
Word.
Same.
With that, you all ride off into battle. The Riders of Rojas. So Lord of the Rings references.
The beacons are lit.
Garcia's called for aid.
As you all head around the corner where the living room meets the study and begin to barrel into the study, you're all pretty close to this being, this man with glasses wearing a ski mask that he has rolled up, as he begins to pull out of his pockets just all kinds of strange technology or doodads, these strange contraptions and doohickeys that he's invented in this strange pursuit of a conspiracy theory that just now has been proven to him. There are tiny people who live in the walls. Finally, as Frank has all of his dreams realized in this moment, completely forgets about Larry. Larry is both literally and figuratively dead to him, as he has a new goal now. This house might have riches, it might have treasure, but nothing can be as lucrative as a bunch of teeny tiny people that may or may not talk. That's gotta be worth something. The views alone. I mean, it's clickbait. It's got clickbait written all over it. There's gotta be a sideshow or something we can do. Maybe Ripley's Believe It or Not is still around. I think there's a still museum straggling somewhere. But so as this guy's like pulling things out, he's saying to himself, finally, I knew it. I knew they were around. Everybody called me crazy. They said there's no way they exist, and I knew. I knew it from the time I was a child. My toys, they talked to me. Everyone said I was crazy, but I knew. And Phil and Josie, you kick us off in combat at the top of the round.
I feel I kind of like Frank now all of a sudden. No, fuck him. He's gonna die. We charge forward. Phil is gonna reach up and scream, "Yeah, we're real, and we're your worst fucking nightmare." And then I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud, and just because it's called Fog Cloud and not Smoke Cloud, I'm gonna aim for his glasses, which it seems like he needs.
Okay.
And we're gonna fog those bad boys right up.
Amazing.
And then that's my turn.
Okay. And I imagine that you tell Josie to just keep moving as close to... Okay, incredible. Using her action to dash, she can get there. So the rest of you are now like melee distance, essentially. Right after Phil and Josie, Brobrex, that is your turn with Carl on deck.
I imagine Rage has already like fallen off at this point. So once more, Brobrex suits up. And last time we had this Megazord setup. Nah, this time, has anyone ever seen Pacific Rim?
Yeah. Tell me more.
If you know what I'm talking about, we're going Gypsy Danger in this. Which is very fitting with their core being a nuclear reactor. As the hammer and the greatsword both appear, this time no form of ammunition of long-range weapons. As they take their hammer, load it up, take a swing. Okay. So the first one is a 15 plus 8.
23 to hit. Yeah, that'll hit.
And then the second one is a 13 plus 8.
21 will hit.
That's the bonus action for that. As soon as I do the damage for this, he needs to make a charisma saving throw of 15, I believe. Yeah, DC 15 saving throw. As I do 1d10 of damage per swing.
He saves.
Okay. So he's not shunted to the next realm. That is a 10 and that's a 7. So 17 points of bludgeoning damage as we go directly for like his ankles. Just wham, wham. Or
as
wait. Sorry. 17 plus 7. Because it's 2 hits. That's 17 plus 14.
Would be 31.
31. Damn. 31, amazing. Yes.
Even better. 31 points of damage as you take your hammer and 2 times slam it into Frank's lower leg. As you do, Brobrex, you think it almost sounds like you're cracking bone. You hear the splitting of some hard material as it cracks, and you almost see some shifting underneath his pant leg. As you hear from the voice up high in this literal cloud around his face, like some sort of nature god, as through the cloud, his breath alone almost dispelling the fog cloud from the wind that can disperse a fog cloud kind of thing. It doesn't literally disperse it, but almost, as he just goes,
Ha! I've got shin guards on. Nice try, little guy.
As you have cracked one of his shin guards clean in half, and he takes that damage, but doesn't show any hurt or injury as a piece of armor has just been broken off of one of his legs.
I feel like Brobrax would look up and say, and like would look back to everyone and say, "There's that exposed point. Go for it."
Amazing. Brobrax, is that your turn?
Action, bonus action. We're still on the dog. Yeah, I'm gonna stay there because I don't think there's. Yeah, action, bonus action. Yep, we good.
Okay, incredible. Carl, that is your turn with Frank on deck.
Oh, God. Disperse!
So, this is going to sound weird at first. Describe to me how this man's pants are held up.
I love everything about this.
Is it a belt or is it just button and zipper?
I'm going to roll a dice because I don't have it specifically figured out. I didn't go this far.
Right.
I'm a bad DM. But, just jokes. What I'm going to say, I'm going to roll a d6 about it. If it's 1 or 2, they're sweatpants. 3 or 4, and it is a belt, like cargo pants or chinos or jeans or something that has loops and a belt, you know? 5 or 6, it's suspenders. Rolling the d6 now.
And shin guards is a fucking wild look.
You never know when you're going to run across a bunch of tiny people.
That's fair. Frank's such a dreamer, you guys. Let's let him go. An aspiring YouTuber who just believes in his childhood dreams.
He's got sweatpants on.
He's got sweatpants on.
I like it.
Just a little bit of an elastic band. Keeping him up. Comfortable.
So, in that case, I'm going to take the stick that's holding the treat, flip it around, and then use it to fling my shit off of Josie's head. Like I'm gonna run up and pole vault myself up.
Okay.
And I'm going to, in passing, try to slash the elastic waistband of his pants.
Okay, incredible. Go ahead and make an attack.
Sure.
Big brain right there.
First attack's an 18.
That will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Sure. 11.
Okay. I'm going to say you've pretty much done like a third of the damage required to completely get his pants like loose enough to where they'll fall on their own. Because you're only cutting like one part of the elasticity, as you can imagine. It goes all the way around, right? So if you just cut one side of it, it's like that's not enough to just completely make his pants fall down. So you're getting there, though. You've absolutely loosened one side of it.
Okay.
With that one attack.
Sure. I'm going to scurry over and, or rather, as I'm doing an attack, Cam has split off and is also doing a simultaneous attack elsewhere on the waistband.
Incredible.
That one's a 19.
19 will definitely hit.
Okay. That is a lot more. 8 and 7 is 15.
Okay, cool. Probably one more hit to the pants and they'll fall down.
Nice.
Unless you do something else to get them to fall down, but
let me see. Bonus. Fuck you. Action surge.
Amazing. As you action surge, as Frank feels his pants loosening, as he goes,
oh, that P90X is really paying off. I can feel my pants slipping around my waist. Heck yeah. Ab Ripper X, baby. Tony Horton.
All right, that's probably not going to do it. That's an 11 on attack number 1.
Oof, 11 does miss.
Okay.
I do have it written down.
That's a 15 on the die.
15 will do it. Plus stuff, but...
Yeah. 10 more damage.
Okay, good. You needed at least 10. There was like a threshold kind of thing on these. Okay. The pants begin falling down. As you guys, oh boy, this is a crazy sight, you guys. As all of you, Carl, where do you end up? Are you riding the pants down or?
No, I think
grab onto the shirt or
like
something.
The shirt, yeah. I don't know if he's wearing like a coat or anything, whatever. Like as we're passing, I'm gonna grab onto something so I don't fall all the way to the ground again.
Yeah, no doubt. That's huge. Okay. Can I have you make either I'll let you pick a strength or a dex saving throw?
Sure. I will do strength.
I mean, you might have other options as far as what you grab onto. I mean, I guess, is he commando? Just.
No. Oh, that's Frank we're talking
crazy.
about. No. Uh-oh.
I feel like we would.
That one?
Oh, no.
So you're gonna think a little fall.
Hold on. We got anything?
I don't think I got.
Luckily, the highest I rolled on any of these d6s is a 2, so that's good for you. As you will take 12 points of damage.
Jesus.
As you fall 30 feet.
I've been hurt so much just from falling.
I'm so sorry.
The damage I've taken is exclusively from just eating shit.
You can get up there, though. Man, you can go up.
You
can go up, in theory, I mean, technically, you can go down too. Just faster and less coordinated than you'd like, but falling with style, right? As you jump up, catapulting with the stick, making these surgical cuts on the pant line of the sweatpants as they begin to descend and fall and crash down. These black sweatpants crumbling around the hairy legs of Frank. My God, it looks like a building coming down during demolition almost.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's evocative, to say the least. And as those pants fall, you hear Frank from on high shout, "Oh no! My pants! You rascals!" As we enter into Frank's turn.
Oh,
great.
Frank has his pants around his ankles, a fog cloud in his face,
shin guards exposed.
One of his shin guards, half of his shin guards are down. He's gonna have to start getting a little crazy. Now, at the start of his turn, he is going to activate what is mechanically an aura. The way he does that in this setting is he quick reaches into you realize now that his pants have fallen that his fanny pack seems to just be strapped around his body. And so his fanny pack is still there as he reaches inside and pulls out what looks to be a can of some sort of aerosol spray.
Oh God.
As he begins to cover himself in something so poisonous and so toxic that just being near him is enough to maybe stun somebody or cause incredible vomiting, who knows what. As he pulls out this bottle, and all you guys can see is this massive symbol of a huge axe on the side of this bottle, as he begins to spray himself and cover himself with this cheap gas station perfume of some sort. It smells like
freshman year locker
Propel
room.
water. Like it just is so bad, and it's a hint of flavor. And so I need all of you, because you're all within range, to just go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this
Come
like
on,
a poison
Frank.
effect you said?
It is. I'm handling it like a poison effect, so I will allow you to, if you have some kind of resistance to being poisoned or something, I will allow it. It is also a fear effect, I can tell you.
I have advantage
if
to
that
being
plays.
poisoned, so do I roll the dice twice?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, pick the higher.
15.
15, okay.
7, baby.
Ooh.
Or Carl. He
Yeah.
fell and
Yeah. I'm already kind of loopy from hitting my head on the freaking ground. I tried to curl up, but it just, the way that I was spinning, I just landed right on my head in ball form.
Ooh.
10 in total.
18 in total.
18 in total. Okay. Xander and Brabrex, you feel the axe spray fall onto you from up high. It is overwhelming. It is noxious fumes surrounding you all. And unfortunately, you look over at your friends, Carl, who is still recovering from their fall, and Phil on the back of Josie. And you see that their eyes begin to water, they're coughing and retching. As Carl and Phil, you begin to... It's so strange because at first everything you're feeling is physical, right? It's this intense body reaction, like evolution is trying to tell you this is poison, get it out of your body as fast as possible. Hence the coughing and the retching and your eyes beginning to water to even try and help yourself there. You're having this like immune response. But then the mind begins to kick in as you begin to think about strange, dark alleyways filled with this smell, stinky places filled with the sounds of showers and snapping towels. And you are filled with fear as the two of you are frightened. And Frank is going to make 3 attacks.
Hell yeah.
One of them is going to be on Brabrex, one of them is going to be on Carl, and one of them is going to be on Phil. Now,
good luck, brothers.
For this first attack, for this first round of attacks, rather, he will have disadvantage because of the fog cloud. He is merely trying to step on you or kick you off of Josie, essentially. So it will be at disadvantage. We're going to go for Brabrex first. Oof. The lower of the two is a 23.
Ooh. Yeah, that hits.
And then for Carl. Boy. 15 to hit Carl.
No.
Okay. And a little bit lower, actually, to hit Phil. I just rolled really well against Brabrex.
It's okay.
So I don't think a 13
miss on
hits, right, Phil?
No, yeah.
Okay.
Might
That
need to be
being
healed,
said,
but you'll be okay.
I need Brabrex to make either. I will allow you to choose because there's advantages to either. You've already raged, so you have advantage with both because they're saving throws. You can do either a strength or a dexterity saving throw to stay on Josie.
I'll do strength.
Okay.
Ooh, that's good. That is a 15 plus 8, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Amazing. That saves. Okay. You're going to take 13 bludgeoning damage
13. That's half?
No, it is not.
Okay.
So 6.
6. Cool.
6 bludgeoning damage. And then you'll take 15 necrotic damage.
Ooh. Yeah, I have nothing to.
As his shiny black boot kicks you. You just manage to hold on to Josie. You're like clinging into place, not knocked off of this mount. But it's as if his clothing or maybe his body, you're not sure how these creatures really work. Not 100%. It's as if he's covered himself in some type of anti-magic material, something that specifically hurts little folk like yourselves.
Right.
Like he's been preparing for this his entire life.
Okay.
Now, Justin, I do have a...
Is he Mr. Crockett from Fairly Odd Parents? Yes.
That's okay, cool. Which means he's less dexterous. And how is he handling the fact that he's trying to stomp around with his pants around his ankles?
He's not doing great. The way I handled that is that he can't move, which otherwise he would have just immediately gotten over the fog cloud. One step and he's out of fog cloud.
Okay.
So I treated that as a grapple for the sake of this turn. Does that sound fair?
Okay.
Which is why he had disadvantage on everything. Otherwise,
he would
have
for
just
a topple, but it's fine.
I think after last session,
if he would have tried to move, it would have been a check, and then he maybe would have fallen. But he decided on this round, let me just take some swings and see what happens. But he's realizing that the tiny ones are hard to hit, and so maybe he'll have to try and risk the toppling over next round. But for now, it is Xander's turn.
Xander's looking around and he's like, he saw Carl just go hit the ground and he sees the pants go down. He's looking at Phil like, what's going on with this guy? And then he just sees the boot kick Robrax. He's like, real shit, brothers. And he's just like, his eyes are gonna glow and he's gonna start gathering dust and he's going to his pants are down. How far up would you say the sensitive region of Frank's body is? Is it within 120 feet?
I think if you were to position yourself right below the undercarriage, there's nothing you can't hit, brother.
Hell yeah.
Because he does have, I didn't want to get into the details, but it feels like we have to. So here we are. No, we're here now. So he's wearing he's wearing what it almost looks like a Speedo. Like it's like whitey tighties, right? But they're not white. They're like leopard print.
Oh, Frank.
Damn, I love this dude.
Yeah.
I feel like we might have to let him live.
On the back
Frank
of
fucks, dude.
On his butt. On his butt, it just says, Jersey girls don't pump gas.
I thought you were about to say enter here. Like, I was like, oh my god.
All right. Frank's the tits. We save Frank at all costs.
Frank had plans after this, boys. All right. Also, Leander, he's gonna visit.
It's all good. It's so funny.
Bro, this is diabolical. Like, I'm looking at my name. I'm looking at the character sheet. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, Xander. Names. He's going to position himself underneath, and he's going to gather dust from the carpet, and it's going to be electrically charged, and he's going to shoot a witch bolt right underneath.
Witch bolt to the taint.
Brutal.
Oh yeah, that's going to be 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
All right, let me grab these dice. That'll be 3d12. Oh, that's good. 26 lightning damage. And there's just a chain connecting Xander to.
Insane. As you prepare all of this dust, creating this storm of static electricity around you, and you cast it upwards, creating a lasso of electricity that tethers you to some sort of strange growth from above, as you hear Frank hit an octave that he has not previously hit in this fight, as he goes, "Hey, wait a minute, whoa!" As he gets electrocuted. I need to think about this more, actually. This is so funny to me. Anything else, Xander, with your turn? You have it there. It is currently in place. If you move too far away or get pushed too far away, it will break the connection. You need, there's ways to break Witch Bolt, but as long as you stay close, you should be good. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
I think that's enough. Yeah.
Well, certainly think so as well. Amazing. Okay, but for the time being, we're gonna head to break, gang, and then when we come back, we're gonna jump right back into the combat right at the top of the round and see what's going on next. Stick around, gang, for these real messages. See you soon.
Fairly real.
Has your dungeon master ever said no to your shenanigans during a game? Well, with Galliani and Hellstrom, they can't do that. If your DM denies your fever dream interpretation of the rules, then you're gonna want Galliani and Hellstrom in your corner. So just email us at soyouwannabeadm@gmail.com, or you can search for So You Wanna Be a Dungeon Master anywhere you find your podcasts. And remember, if you're not having fun playing D&D, something's, wrong.
I have DM dysfunction.
I have DM dysfunction.
I have DM dysfunction. A recent study published by the Bardic College of Lore claims that 69% of dungeon masters suffer from DM dysfunction, or DMD. This condition has more facets than your favorite polyhedral. Some have reported burnout, writer's block, issues with balance, or inner party problems. At So You Wanna Be a DM, it's our mission to not only fight the monster-like symptoms of DM dysfunction, but to treat the very cause of it. To do this, we implement auditory technology in the form of the podcast So You Wanna Be a Dungeon Master. By listening to the tips and tricks provided by Justin and Taylor, DM dysfunction can become a thing of the past.
I've been a listener of the podcast for over 4 months now, and I don't have to worry about DM dysfunction anymore. And I just DM'd my first homebrew world, and I didn't have to worry about DM dysfunction.
With all the So You Wanna Be a Dungeon Master content that I consume, I'll never have to worry about DM dysfunction ever again. And neither will you. Check out So You Wanna Be a Dungeon Master.
You can talk to your doctor today, or you can find So You Wanna Be a Dungeon Master anywhere you find podcasts. Listening to too many episodes in a row can cause excessive imagination, lucid dreaming, lactose intolerance, and character death. Sorry, not death, character depth.
And remember, you don't want DMD, you want D&D.
Hello, I'm Justin Galliani, and for the low price of $0.00, you can take part in an incredible offer being given by So You Wanna Be a DM. This podcast has a compilation of incredible episodes that offer insight into all of D&D's many topics, including other TTRPGs. You can find such amazing hits, such as It's Combat. Combat 101. Fighting 'cause it's combat. Druid 101. Monsters 101.
We got monsters called
Non-playable NPCs 101.
NPC.
And if you're looking for more, So You Want to Be a DM also has a Patreon, and you can find even more content there, available for free members and members who are participating in some of the tiers available. So, check that out.
Hey, gang, and we're back. And the gang's all here. Last we left off, we were in the middle of pitched combat near the kitchen, and we're still in combat. As Frank, his pants are around his ankles, he's got a lasso of electricity around his stuff, and man, things are going wild already. There's a fog cloud around his head, and we're back at the top of combat with Phil and Josie. What are you guys doing?
So, okay, Phil is frightened. So, unfortunately, I think the first thing he's going to do is try and steer Josie away.
Okay, I will say... Wait, let me find this really specific use of fear.
Frightened.
So, okay. This isn't dragon fear, where you're forced to move.
Oh, okay.
It's just normal frightened. So, what that means mechanically is that any attack rolls that you take while in sight of Frank, which is going to be the majority of the time, are with disadvantage.
Okay, so I don't have.
And you can't move closer.
Okay, so I just can't tell Josie to, but he's already moving, so we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. In that case, Phil is going to guiding bolt.
Okay. It will be a disadvantage, but you absolutely can fire off a guiding bolt with your shadowy magic.
Ooh. Actually, he thinks about it, and then the fear kind of overtakes him, and he recoils for a moment, and instead, he's just going to cast Bless. 3 creatures, so I will go me, Xander, and Carl, because Carl's closer. So they can add a D4 to any attack roll or saving throw.
Amazing. Everything but ability checks. Sounds good as you cast out Bless in multiple directions. What does it look like for Phil?
Ooh. There's no visual yet until they use it. So his hands just kind of move, and nothing is visible.
Okay, interesting. All right, we'll see when it kicks in. As you set that up, Josie's still very close to Frank, keeping your friends within melee range for the time being as we move on to Brobrex. Brobrex, that is your turn.
So
Carl on deck.
First, because I'm raging, because I didn't do this the first time when I activated my rage, let's see, who's low on HP?
It's like Carl.
Sorry, I was looking at my page. Okay. You will get 9 points of temporary hit points.
Nice.
Because I can do that every turn while I'm raging. We're still close by to
What does
him.
that look like, you think?
I think is the window open?
Yeah, I'll say it was open because he had to reach his head out to see his dead friend.
Yeah.
When he was yelling before. Oh no!
I feel like you hear the rustling of the great oak tree. Once again, you just hear the rustling of it as there's the windswept leaves of it coming in as it's circling around you. You feel a little bit more rejuvenated. Your wounds don't hurt as much, but you know this pain might come back.
As the colors of the wind heal you a little bit. Or give you a temporary boost, Carl.
This would have technically taken place last turn when you entered rage.
Yeah, because I had to choose a person per turn.
Oh, per turn. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
This is something I could do every single turn as long as I'm raging.
Rad. Okay.
Remember, everyone, read your character sheets.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, as that happens, we're going to go for 2 more swings towards his shins again. Would this change because his pants are around his legs or like his ankles?
No, nothing would change, mechanically speaking.
So we're going to go for 2 more swings, and I'm going to load that bonus action to once again try to shunt this man through time and space.
Absolutely.
Ooh. One of those is a nat 20, and then the other is a 12 plus 8.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yep. So let's
Filthy
see.
little 20.
Max damage off of 1 hit. So that would be 17 off rip in total. And then 2d8s.
He gets a dirty 20 on the charisma save.
So it doesn't get shunted into time yet. Not yet. 45 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hell yeah.
As Brobrax just goes wham, wham.
As you slam your hammer up against the exposed shin of Frank, you hear a deafening sound as your hammer makes contact. It does sound like a shovel hitting pavement, just the clanging reverberating off of his shin bone as you do hear Frank yell out in pain. He's just now beginning to show even a little bit of damage. He is not yet bloodied.
I think Brobrax would turn to his crew and say, I'm a little hurt, but I can still keep going. Aim for the shins.
Amazing.
Keep going for his beans.
And I'll be right back.
Amazing. Do what you gotta do. Okay. After Brobrex's turn, that brings us to Carl. Carl, go for it. You are currently off of Josie on the floor, pretty close to Frank, all things considered.
Would you consider still within melee?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then I'm going to use my magic initiate feat for this.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of how this looks. I think for this, it like Cam was out and he reaches out and touches Cam's hand, and Cam comes back over Carl and then basically makes him like bulk up, like his shell gets like bigger and wider. And I'm gonna cast Booming Blade on him.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Try to slash into his shins here.
Oh, yes.
Disadvantage, but I'm also blessed. So we're gonna use that. I got a heart of the cards, my D20s here. Jesus, one of them's a 1.
Oh, you have a D4.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a 1's a 1.
Matters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I also got a 1 on the D4. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So I go to do the slice and very hurt. You hear something kind of pop and the blade just kind of misses as he swings by. But I am going to bonus action second wind and give me a little bit more health back.
Incredible. Okay. As you bolster yourself and heal some of your wounds, still with you have the temporary hit points, so also a little shield there as well. As we head to Frank's turn, but before we do, before I forget, Phil and Carl, you guys can make saving throws again for that fear effect wisdom saving throw.
Oh, and I can do
20
with this too, right?
What did you get, Phil?
Natural 20.
I think the D4 goes for saving throws as well. I believe, right, for bless.
Yes.
The D4 goes for saving throws.
Yeah. Cool. That is a 22.
That'll do it. Okay. So you guys are no longer afraid. Everybody is now immune to that effect for the rest of this fight.
Nice.
As you, luckily, thank goodness, become nose deaf to the body spray. And right at the start of Frank's turn, too. Frank still has this fog cloud around their head. They don't like that. They want to see what's going on. They've been waiting their whole life to see little folk. This is their moment to see these Lilins, these bugs, these toys, these rodents with this higher sentience, this higher purpose. And Frank, the discoverer, at least in his own head. That's his headcanon. I discovered them. As if you didn't already all exist and have a functioning culture and society. He's like, I discovered this.
Typical
American of Frank.
Yeah. And Frank is going to attempt to move. He's going to try and get out of this fog cloud and move forward. He does have pants around his ankles. So I'm going to roll. Say again?
Do we get opportunities of attack?
Only if he doesn't fall.
Okay.
Because if he falls, then he's still very much within your range. If he does not fall, then he'll move. And then absolutely. Okay. I need to get a 10 or more on the dice.
Otherwise, we jump this man.
Okay, that is a 15 on the dice, unfortunately. As Frank gingerly, as if he's done this before, waddles across the room, pants still around his ankles, as he shuffles about 5 feet, give or take, to the other side of the room a little bit, exiting the fog cloud. Still has the pants around his ankles. He'll still have to make these checks every time he attempts to move. But he has moved out of all of your spaces. So if everybody would like to make opportunity attacks with melee stuff, or if you have Warcaster, but by all means, feel free to do so.
How big would it be for everybody else if he had fallen?
Pretty big.
I don't actually know if it works.
No, I don't know.
Because I don't know what his modifier was.
It's decent.
I have
to be fair, all of his modifiers are decent.
I have a portent of 13.
Not
so
worth
a third. Okay.
Question.
Straight up, I'll tell you to save it. Yeah.
Thanks, DM.
He moves 5 feet in relation to Neander.
Who's in
relation to Xander.
I can't wait.
In relation to Xander. And I was thinking of this, like, don't say it. In relation to Xander, like, I guess what would be the equivalent? Like, obviously, Frank is huge. 5 feet. Is that more than 30 feet for us little folk, or is it still just what's the ratio or the?
I would say, yeah, he's not going too far. He just is exiting the fog cloud is the most important thing. So I would say that he is probably like 20 feet, 25 feet.
Okay, cool. That works. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Well then. Oh, so you said we can do opportunity attacks? You said if he moves.
If you want to use your reaction for opportunity attacks, absolutely.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 misses.
Okay, well then it says for me, I can make any spell with a casting time of 1 action. So we can do 2 Eldritch Blast straight up to the bad boy, because Eldritch Blast does not break concentration. So
that's good to know.
15 hits, yeah?
No, 15 misses.
Okay. Well, and that's a 14, so both just miss, and I'm right there.
Unfortunately, he moves quickly. His single step. You all have to like move out of the way as he is keeping his ankles inside of the sweatpants around the base of them. And so as he shifts his legs, this massive piece of garment crosses over you, nearly clotheslines you all. You have to jump out of the way. So opportunity attacks are hard to make. But that is Carl and Xander. Brobrex, Phil, opportunity attacks?
Yeah.
Probably not for Phil. He's steering Josie and has been casting spells. I haven't been using a shield AC either. I feel like they're both. I don't think you can dawn and reaction attack. That doesn't feel fair.
Okay, no worries.
17 plus 8.
25 will hit.
Two-handing it again. And it's just 1, right? I can't do... Yeah, it's just 1.
Correct. Yeah.
10 points of bludgeoning.
10 points of bludgeoning as we get into the triple digits, baby. And with that, it is Frank's turn. As Frank finally whips around, looks at you all as a fog cloud hangs overhead about 2 feet from where he just was. And he looks down at you all with your weapons and your magic and your dog mount that you're riding. As he looks at you all and goes,
I've been waiting 37 years for something like this. You know, all the kids, they called me Frank the Fib. No one believed me. They all thought I was a fibber, that I was lying when I saw the little people. But here you are, tiny folk. And you will be mine.
He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out what looks to be a water balloon. As he pulls this water balloon from his pocket, guys, magic exists. I can't explain all of Frank's weapons. He pulls out a water balloon and he goes,
Hey, I bet you guys don't know what's in here. This is wish water. I siphoned it from the well at the mall where they throw the coins in. It's got magical properties because it's made for wishes.
And he throws down this water balloon. And I need the 4 of you to make dexterity saving throws. As he is, in theory, casting a spell. Mechanically speaking, he is casting a spell. You use your opportunity attack, Spencer?
No! Come on! No!
That's why when you said we can make opportunity attacks, I said, if you want to use your reaction to make an opportunity attack, you can.
Come on! Oh.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky DM.
I don't remember. Can I change my
14
strength?
for Xander.
I got a genetically modified 20.
Even with the extra D4 that I get from my heritage, I got a good old 7.
Yikesoo.
Okay. Did anybody get a 15 or above?
I was 1 away. It's 1 away.
I got a
bless. No, it does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, saving throws.
Yeah, I use it. I use it, and I got a 14 with it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got a 15 plus 3, so 18.
So, Brobrex and Carl, who saved, you guys take 12 points of. I'm gonna just use radiant damage.
I'm gonna use for Xander my shittier portent, which is a 13 because it says you replace the roll, so you can still add your mods. Xander, does that put you over 15?
With the bless, that would put me. Yeah, that would put me at with 13. That would put me at 15. Exactly at 15.
I'll use my lower portent.
Okay. As you quickly pull a shadow and shove Xander out of the way a little bit.
And while I do that, I get fucking smoked.
As this holy water spreads around you and burns like fire, as most of you take 12 points of radiant damage, and Phil, you're gonna take 25 points of radiant damage.
Okie dokie.
And that is Frank's turn as we head to Xander.
Let me roll for concentration.
Okay.
On the witch bolt. Yeah. So witch bolt, I do not. Actually, hold on. No, I don't get it. So witch bolt is gone.
Okay. You just had to hit a 10. I just want to double check.
Yeah, that's still.
Okay.
That was a 9. You
added your bless.
Oh,
to save it.
Ha!
Yeah, we colloquially call it a concentration check, but technically it's a saving throw.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We're good. Then that's gonna
okay.
Be,
so you're good. Witch bolt remains.
Oh. So, I think do I want to stay tethered to this guy? I do more damage this way. I'm gonna drop witch bolt. I do more damage with other things. But he's gonna be there at an angle, and he's gonna do 2 bolts of Eldritch Blast.
Okay, awesome. You can technically keep Witch Bolt up and still do the Eldritch Blast just in case.
I don't
you don't
feel
have
like rolling.
to, obviously.
I don't feel like rolling every time I take. I feel like I'm going to take more damage. I don't feel like rolling for it. It just
that's fine. That's fair.
If I'm not going to use it anymore, so okay. So that's going to be a 24 for the first one.
Yeah, and hits.
18 for the second one.
18 exactly hits.
Oh yeah. All right, come
That's
here,
his AC.
Frank. Come here, Frank. That's 8. That's not great. That's going to be 10 points of force damage.
Is that on both or just one?
Total, yeah.
Total 10? Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. The second roll wasn't a great one.
All good. It all adds up. He's really, really close to he's getting there. We're making progress.
We're getting there.
We're making progress.
I think that's gonna be he doesn't really have Alexander has nothing for bonus actions. Yeah, it's gonna be it.
Okay.
Actually, he's gonna move about 10 feet back. About 10 feet back. Yeah, 10 feet back.
Amazing. You move a little bit to get out of Frank's direct line of sight. He luckily has like an insane reach, so like getting out of his reach in order for him to get opportunity attacks is pretty hard. But so you're not moving that far, so he's still pretty close. But that being said, that is Xander's turn, which brings us back to the top at Phil and Josie.
Okay. I think he's gonna first whip Josie around to head towards Frank again, who stepped over him.
Can I have you at the start of your turn make another animal handling check with advantage? Because Josie would have taken that hit as well, technically.
With the advantage of 19 plus 7, 26.
Woof. Okay. Yeah. Josie's still loyal to the cause.
I don't know why, as a cleric, my animal handling is so high, but it is. So we're good. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Spell slot conservation. I'm not good at being a player. We're going to do it anyway. I'm going to cast Bane.
Ooh.
I need a charisma saving throw from old Frankfurt.
Does this
15.
mean you're dropping bless? Or
Yes.
are you prepared to drop bless? Okay, just so you know.
We're going to swap our D4s.
Okay. 4 plus. No, he gets an 11.
Okay. So it's a negative D4 to attacks and saves.
Amazing. And you're concentrating on Bane now. Can you actually retcon us really quickly and tell us what the bless would have looked like? Because it did help a couple of your friends make the difference between some of those DCs.
Yes.
Kind of forgot about it, but
for everyone else, they just attempted something and achieved it. So it didn't actually have any perceivable effects. But Phil saw them fail, and then shadows came from the ground and almost grabbed their limbs and Frank's and anyone else's attached and kind of worked them backwards 6 seconds or so. And then the actions repeated and succeeded.
Whoa. Crazy. Okay, I love that. Amazing. Like those stagehands in those like kind of comical Japanese sets where they are all in black and they like make the person do a Liu Kang bicycle kick or something across the stage.
Exactly.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, he is Bane.
These are so good.
They're amazing.
Sick.
The table tennis ones where the ball is like, and then they change the camera angle. They're like so cool.
The pool table, and it's like, oh
yeah.
These little heads are bouncing around.
So funny.
I think that's my turn.
Okay, and we're just bringing Josie closer to Frank.
Yeah, as close as she can get. He can get. She.
Yeah, it's Josie short for Josephine. In case that helps.
Perfect.
AKA Jojo Bean, AKA Josepher, AKA
that one doesn't help. That one hurts.
Zyrex. Yeah, sorry. So moving on. After Phil and Josie, Brobrex, that is your turn. You've been made close again. You're right up next to Frank once again on the back of Josie as Phil has commanded her to do so. Frank is starting to show some real injury. There are bruises forming as we speak on his shins. His shin guards have been destroyed, and but he does not seem like mentally deterred. He's still very fervent about what he is trying to do, which is either it's a little hard to say. He seems so zealous and like almost foaming at the mouth, figuratively speaking, where like, is he trying to capture you guys or kill you guys? Like, it's hard to say. Does he love you guys a lot, or is he like hates you? It's like, what is going on? Hard to say.
I feel like as Brobrak sees that, this mixed emotions, this uncertainty of what he wants from them, Brobrak just looks down at the shins, looks up at pretty much the sweet spot. Theoretically, I would have to climb on his legs to get up there, right?
Yeah.
It would be a tumultuous climb, I imagine, like from ground up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We established that Xander was able to, from the back of Josie, cast a spell with the range of 120 feet and hit the old nether regions. The old undercarriage, as we say. And so that's at least, we know at least that much.
You did establish that he had some hairy legs. So that should affect the DC of the climb. Just
yank of those.
There's something to hold on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, because
I'm the worst player.
Note to self, make Frank a swimmer.
That's 80 feet of movement if I dash. But I still have another 40 to go. That would mean I would be sacrificing my full turn. And I'm very low.
Gotta get them beans.
Man, if only you had a cleric that had prepared literally any healing spells. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
At least just one, you know?
At least just one.
Well, first things first, speaking of healing, Phil, you would take 8 points of temporary hit points.
What?
Because I do that every turn.
Amazing. Yeah. As like a cool breeze encircles you, a single leaf dancing on the wind passes by you.
You see Pocahontas in her hair.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to go for 2 more swings. And once more, burn that last charge of hammer time, trying to shunt him into another reality. Okay. That's
God, I love that word. Shunt.
13 plus 8.
Shunt.
And then there's 15 plus 8.
Both of those will hit.
And before I roll damage, does he get shunted to another reality?
What's the DC he has to hit?
15
plus. Okay.
And Bane.
He got a 9 plus. It's charisma, right?
Yes.
He got a 16, but
Minus
he is
a
baned.
D4? Yeah.
Would you like me to roll the D4, or would you like to roll the D4? Because
2 or higher. 2 or higher does it.
Are you asking me or Brabrax?
Either. Both sort of make sense.
I'll roll it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. Help me across the multiverse, my bard. That's a 3.
Okay. 17 minus, or excuse me, 16 minus 3 is 13. With that, he succumbs to this time shunting device. Please describe to us again what it looks like as Frank is shunted.
So, you hear that noticeable click of the hammer, like a shotgun being loaded. Brabrax goes for one swing. Wham! The gate opens. As he's coming up with the follow-up swing, wham! It's almost like he clips him. The amount of damage that he's been doing to his shin causes this man to recoil back, and because he's leaning down butt back, like, you know, some people lean down, their butt sticks out, it's just enough for the portal to, essentially, for him to stick his butt into the portal. That's all we needed.
Hell yeah.
And he
like
takes,
a vacuum. Yeah, he just gets sucked through the portal.
And I say he stumbles back and like almost doesn't go through. And then a little shadow from the Bane just taps in it.
Oh,
Can I get the alley-oop to Brabrax?
Of course. Absolutely.
That's 17 plus 17? Yeah, 17 plus 17.
24.
Roll for shadow boop.
24? No, 17 plus 17.
Right.
I'll be the
17 plus
Pippin
17 is
here,
34.
Yeah, 34. 34 points of bludgeoning damage.
God damn.
Hell yes.
As they get shunted through time.
Amazing. How does that ability work again? He shows up at the start of your next turn, or the start of his next turn, or the end of his next turn? How long is he in this other dimension?
At the end of your next turn. So the end of my next turn is when they show up again.
Okay. Incredible. All right. Well then, Brabrax, you've used both of your attacks. You've hit him into a portal where he has tripped over a limb made of shadow that trips him at the last moment, falls out of his sweatpants into this hole, bringing him to another time. But we remain here in the present, as that is the end of Brabrax's turn. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's the end of your turn.
I think Brabrax would just simply say, I got a little bit more fight in me, boys. Let's finish this. And you see
that,
the chassis, the armor that he's wearing, it's broke, it's fractured, it's cracked. He looks a mess, but you still hear that all familiar grin and joyful laughter of battle coming from this toy.
Amazing. As we head to Carl.
Okay. Don't really have a whole lot that I can do without him being here, other than to ready and attack. I will ready Booming Blade.
Okay. All right. You
Carl
begin
still
preparing.
has that super over the head, like normally he's very like kind of open faced or whatever. Now his shell has gotten like up and like over his body as he's getting ready with two hands to just kind of, even though it's a one-handed sword, he's got both of them on there and he's gonna
Just like baseball swing it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, awesome. As you're preparing for that, it does go to Frank's turn. I don't think that he is in the mind space in that quick 6 seconds to necessarily prepare anything. So it just kind of skips his turn.
He just realized Lowlands are real. No. His brain's already kind of broken.
I mean, he's already kind of freaking out. Yeah, he's Frank the Fib is having a midlife crisis here in the middle of a home invasion where his friend was killed by tiny people who exist and are real. And
it's
so
a rated R
there's a
Meet the
lot.
Robinsons. It's a rated R Meet the Robinsons.
There's a lot going on.
What was it? Little Soldiers called?
Small Soldiers.
Yeah.
That movie's
That movie scared me.
very good, but it does have some intense moments. Yeah. Okay, so that's Frank's turn. In another time, we move to Xander.
I think Xander, he's seen this happen before, so I think he's just gonna gather like some dust, and he's just gonna cross his arms and like move his fingers, and you just see two orbs of dust. He's gonna appear right here. He's just gonna hold Eldritch Blast. But when Frank appears,
amazing. Holding on to that dust energy, preparing spells. Phil and Josie, that is your turn.
So Bane is dropped because I can't concentrate if he's gone. So I'm just going to recast Bless, but I'm going to have to do it at a second level, which means I get an additional target. So it's all of us plus Josie.
Hit everybody.
Everybody and Josie.
Oh, okay, cool. Amazing. Yeah. You set out those little hooks that you'll be able to kind of pull on when things don't go according to plan. As that is all set up, Brobrex, that brings us to your turn, at the end of which Frank will return and we can unleash some a flurry of blows, so to speak.
Going to do something funny real quick.
Okay.
As they're preparing for their attack, like, you know, they got that wicked grin. Like, you can, like, even though it's a toy, there's that sense of wicked grin. You all, the party, start hearing what would be the nuclear reactor in the Gypsy Danger unit start revving up. What I'm saying is, if I can, as a bonus action, I'm starting the timer.
Okay. Incredible.
I leave to you how long that timer is.
I'm going to say, not including this particular turn, like Brobrex's turn, not including this turn, you'll have 2 more turns. At the end of the second, it goes off.
Okay.
So that doesn't include this turn, but then boom. So essentially 12 seconds.
Gives me enough time to do the extra thing I need to do.
Okay. Amazing.
Ruh-roh.
As a very subtle beeping begins to go off, and in the chaos, it's hard to really make out. I don't know if anybody would be super attuned to it, especially as everyone is preparing attacks, waiting for Frank to return from this other dimension. The same trick that the other intruder fell victim to. But Frank does seem built different. There's something about him. And at the end of Brobrex's turn, Brobrex, for you, it's deafening. The sound of all this device kicking on. But for the others, all you can hear is the crackling of energy as this time portal opens again, as gravity and space are shifted aside, and Frank is shunted back to the present. And as he appears back into the study of the Garcia's house, you hear him go, "Oh, geez, where was I? When was I? Wait a minute. Time magic. Oh, boy."
And I go for the Achilles.
And everybody unleashes their held attacks. Please go ahead and roll, everybody. I will tell you just straight up, because we've already hit it a couple times. His AC is an 18.
And we all have blasts again.
That is correct. You do all have bless. So D4 onto your attack rolls, saving throws, that kind of stuff.
Could I change it from a held attack to me beginning the climb?
You could hold an act, like you're holding an action, so you can hold a dash. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm going to begin the climb.
Okay. Beautiful.
That's going to be 2 26s for each Eldritch Blast.
Woof. Yeah, that.
2 26s. 2 26. 2 for whatever. 26 for both. Okay.
Are those? Is that a 26 to hit for both of them?
Yeah, to hit for both. Oh,
Oh,
26 in the Eldritch Blast is diabolical.
Absolutely hitting. Yeah, for sure.
Xander, 10 points of healing, temporary.
Why, thank you, good sir.
Incredible. Gust of wind, a colorful leaf passes you by.
I follow the leaf and look up to the tree. I see Grandmother Willow.
You do. Grandmother Willow, a distant relative, albeit a close friend of the huge oak tree.
Sorry.
She is different. and you can tell because of the way that she is.
That's going to be 12 points of force damage.
12 force damage. Okay. Carl, your held attacks.
Do I get 2 attacks or is it just 1?
You said that you were holding on to. It depends on if your build.
Blade.
Yeah, I think just 1 because it's a cantrip and you're technically doing that because you're not like. I think an Eldritch Knight might be able to get an attack with a bonus action, but that's even. I don't think.
But it's about to be my turn too. So anyway, 13 damage.
Very close. 13 damage. Amazing. And that means the booming stuff is on him
until the start of my turn, which is literally right now.
True. But either way, okay, we're still doing damage. He is starting to show more and more damage. Not only are his legs riddled with bruises, indentations of plastic weaponry, he is showing the pain of being swarmed by tiny adventurers. But more than that, you see him beginning to lose steam. He seems to be losing motivation in this moment as he begins yelling at all of you, but also just at the situation as he's just saying, I don't understand. I thought we would all be friends, but as I've gotten older, with bills and everything, I figured I could maybe I could sell you guys to like Netflix or something, or maybe probably Amazon. Amazon would buy you guys up, no problem. Maybe a 3D printer company could figure out how to make you and mass produce you or something. I don't know, capitalism, it's ruining me. I didn't always used to be this way. Before I was Frank the Fib, I was Frank the Visionary. That's what they said. They called me They said I was a ham. That's what my parents always said. Anytime the neighbors were around, they said, look at Frank, he's such a ham. I was put on shows. I was acting for anybody who would listen, but then I saw the little people and my world changed, and now they don't want to be my friends. Well, if they want to be my foes, then so be it. And that brings us... Brobrex, that is the end of your turn. All of those held actions pop off. Is there anything else before we move on to Carl?
Nope. I'm just climbing. You all would see Brobrex just start like almost Donkey Kong kind of style, like climbing up the skyscraper as they're just laughing maniacally.
Amazing. Alex Honnold, who? As we have the new free soloist. El Capitan has nothing on me. Amazing. As you begin scaling this leg, grabbing onto tufts of hair, and we move on to Carl.
Carl's not impressed by his story and goes, great story, guy. You shouldn't have broken into our house. And just
he said, your monologue trash.
First one's a dirty 20. Second one,
that'll hit.
19 on the die.
Yeah, we'll do it.
5 and 7 is 12 on the first hit. Yikes. 8 on the second hit.
Okay. He is still up. He is still up. Badly hurt. Badly hurt.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm not necessarily trying to climb as quickly as Brobrex, but I am kind of climbing a little bit but using mine and Cal's swords as like ice picks almost, and just jabbing them into his calf and climbing up that way.
Amazing. Okay. Incredible. After Carl's turn, it is
I'm
Frank's
fully
turn.
a bug. I don't need to do this, but
He has 3 attacks. He's first going to make an attack against Xander, who's been electrocuting him, shooting him with a bunch of Eldritch Blasts. That's a 23 to hit.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Xander's like, brother, no. And you kind of see like a cloud of dust as he casts Entropic Ward. And you have to,
Whoa.
I impose disadvantage on it.
Whoa. A 13 to hit. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
And I now have advantage on my next turn against him. So
incredible. He goes to step on you, and you use the dust and the powers of the Dust Bunny to change fate as he ends up missing you barely as his foot slams onto the floor next to you. You like the gust of wind almost knocks your hat off of just the force of his foot. Like he's not playing around anymore. This isn't do a little bit of damage. He's trying to kill you all. Mm-hmm. As he is going to use his second 2 attacks. The first is going to be a grapple to Brobrex, who is climbing up of his leg. I need a athletics contest here against a very large being.
Ooh, yep. That is a 19 plus 8.
Hell yeah.
Okay. He also gets a plus 8, so that works out. But he got a 10 on the dice, so an 18 total.
Like as they're trying to grab Brobrex, they're just swinging around, like again, King Kong style, laughing, just like, you see yourself as the hero. But whoever loved you, whoever wanted you, don't you just want to be a villain? Very much channeling Green Goblin energy.
Are we the bad guys?
He is going to try again to grapple you. Yep. Okay.
We did 18 plus 8.
There it is. Nat 20. As he reaches down, the first time Brobrex manages to move out of the way, and he reaches down, grabs Brobrex the second time. Phil, are you doing anything?
No, but Brobrex has Bless. Which could bring him to a 20 or a 21 plus his 8, because he rolled an 18, so plus 4 would be 22, and he has a plus 8 as well. He could get to 30.
And what's the die on the Bless?
D4. And you rolled an 18, right?
18 plus 8 plus
26
plus
right.
4.
That's a 30.
That's crazy. Okay.
Oh, let's go.
Once again, I would like to show off the dice that I'm using.
Beautiful.
Very cool.
And that is
Phil, you're the only one
Ohio.
Phil, you're the only one who sees how fate was meant to play out. As Frank reaches down and grabs Brobrex and picks up this small bionicle body to his mouth and begins opening his mouth to bite the head off. But all of that is rewound as Brobrex is safe, still climbing up the hairy thigh of Frank. And that is Frank's turn as we move on to Xander.
I was just going to say, wasn't it my turn? But no, that was my reaction. Ha! I think, Xander sees I think he's kind of putting two and two together of what Brockrock is trying to do, and so when he's trying to he kind of gets upset, I think he goes into not a rage, but it's almost like a noble rage, and like kind of see like the dust around him starts to glow, and he's going to cast Starry Wisp at kind of well, it's not as high, like I guess at the shin, to kind of make Frank stumble a little bit. The bruised shin that has been taking all the damage, kind of make him stumble a little bit. And I have advantage on this roll because that was almost 20. Come on. Oh, okay, it's fine. That's going to be 26.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's going to be 12 points of radiant damage on the shin.
Okay. He's still up, just barely. As you cast Starry Wisp, furthering the injuries done to Frank's legs, as he seems to be at both his wits' end. He is at the precipice of this final mental break, probably. Even if he survives this fight in a literal physical sense, mentally, he'll never be the same.
Dark.
And so we move. I mean, think about it. This guy, woof. But move.
He's
to
been
the top
broken for a while.
Yeah. It's overall just rough. That brings us to Phil and Josie. That is your turn at the top of combat. Frank is so close.
Other than Brabrax, who's closest?
Carl would probably be the next closest.
I'm going to try and make this next round count. I'm going to look at Frank, and I'm going to cast Hold Person. But this will drop concentration on Bless.
Okay.
So it is a Wisdom save, DC 15.
He gets a +10. And I rolled a 3.
Oh! Let's go.
Insane.
Okay.
As he succumbs to Hold Person.
All right.
You'll notice he doesn't have any legendary resistances because his saves are just bonkers.
Okay. Perfect.
Like his lowest stat in terms of saving throws specifically is a +6.
Jeez.
So it says the duration is up to a minute. Paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each turn, it remakes the save. It doesn't say anything about it taking damage from anybody else and that breaking it. Okay, so it's not like Charm.
Or like Turn Undead or something.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Smoke that man.
And as a DM, I feel obligated to remind everyone of how paralysis works with Hold Person. Melee attacks within 5 feet. Not only are they at advantage, but they are, if memory serves, auto crits.
Yep.
Yeah. Paralysis is arguably the worst condition in the game to have.
Well, would you look at that?
Stun sucks, but it's just skip a turn and disadvantage and stuff. Who cares? Not auto crits. Anyway, that brings us to Brobrex's turn.
So if I'm correct, we began our climb, we dashed, that's 80. My base movement is 40.
Yeah, you're currently at the start of your turn. You're like, as I look down at my own leg, you're like, like mid to upper thigh. You know, if he was wearing boxer briefs, you'd be at the very bottom of them. But he's not wearing boxer briefs, is he? He's wearing a Speedo.
Which makes it very easy for us to continue our climb 40 feet.
I thought that was going somewhere else.
And as they're making their climb, they get where they need to be. Audience, you can imagine where we're at. grabs hold of the Speedo. If I could do a very funny thing again, can I, in a way, lock the arm that's holding on to the Speedo, like lock the mechanism so I'm like gripping onto it?
All right.
Take the hammer. The hammer is in the other hand now, and they're just hanging there again, laughing maniacally. We got a walnut to crack, boy. And from down below up. And I believe you said this auto crits, right?
Assuming, I mean, you roll with advantage to hit, and if for some reason you don't miss, then yeah, it'll be auto crits.
So 2 hits. That is a 16 plus 8. And
That'll
then
hit.
A 14 plus 8.
That'll hit.
And these are all single. This is not two-handed, so this is one-handed. So those are D8s instead of D10s.
But they're doubled.
Oh my god. Poor walnut.
39 points of bludgeoning damage as he just says, wham! Comes from down below and then comes from up top, wham! As they're just sitting there swinging around, still laughing maniacally. As the timer continues to tick down, the engine inside of Brabrax, of Gypsy Danger, that nuclear reactor that was first changed into a chassis, almost like power armor, whirls up faster. I feel like at this point, you all would start to hear a very strange beeping sound.
As the beeping sound begins to grow in volume to the point where all of you can begin to hear it, as it almost begins to muffle out the other sounds of combat happening, as Frank's own screams even begin to seemingly get drowned out, as this beeping noise, it seems to like demand its own urgency in the way that it sounds. Like it is forcing you to pay attention to it, as Frank lunges forward, both of his hands going for where he was just injured, and he begins to fall. As he does, I need Brabrax and Cam. Actually, because of where you guys kind of are, I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws.
You said bless is up, right?
No, hold person.
Bless is no longer up.
Oh,
No
okay.
bless.
Okay. That is fine.
That works.
You said dexterity?
Correct.
15.
That's a 6. I got a 3 on the die.
With my D4 from my heritage, I got a 5.
Oh, before I forget.
Oh my god.
Right, 18.
18. Okay. Brabrax and Carl, each of you will take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Right.
I'm down.
Actually, I forgot, if you allow me, I'm going to use my heroic inspiration to re-roll the die.
Okay. Please do.
I keep forgetting I have that thing there. Okay, yeah, sure. All right, that's going to be a 10. That's a 10. So,
Okay. Phil and Xander.
Wait, how low is Xander? How hurt is Xander?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Thank you for those tip HP, brother.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's
As
exactly
Frank-
how many hit points I had left. Phil is down.
if I
As
could do
Frank falls forward, and in the process, his massive weight, like a huge redwood falling in the forest, this tree of a man comes crashing down in the study of the Garcia household. And as he does, he hits all of you on the way down. A ear-crashing thud as the beeping sound continues. And in that moment, Xander and Carl, the two of you are conscious, correct?
Yeah.
Badly hurt. As you kind of like crawl away, Xander, it's one of the first times in a long time that the dust around you is not welcome as you're trying to get your bearings quickly and see where your friends are, see how much of a threat Frank still is. Josie has left the room at this point, taking enough. We weren't keeping a ton of track, but Josie's taken a decent amount of damage actually, and she just dips. As the smoke and dust sort of clears a little bit, we see Phil and Brobrex unconscious. They are downed. As the beeping in Brobrex's chest continues, I want to first kick it over to Brobrex because I want to know what you think this like snapshot liminal space is like for Brobrex. Picture the I saw the light kind of moment. This is all happening, your life flashing before your eyes. This is like that moment that for Xander and Carl is taking fractions of a second, but for Brobrex, you can kind of stretch it out a little bit. What is this moment like as you're potentially crossing over or maybe about to be saved by your friends? Who knows? Maybe the bomb is about to go off and the finality of Brobrex will be realized in this moment. But before that happens, what is this space like? What does it look like? What does it feel like?
We cut back to that moment as Brobrex is falling with this guy, still holding on to their Speedo. There's a moment as they're going down, they reach out with their other hand towards Phil. If you would allow me, because I didn't give my temporary hit points yet.
Yeah, it would be the start of your turn.
That is 11 points of temporary hit points.
Phil's up!
Nice.
In those final moments as this guy falls, Phil, you get knocked down, but immediately, Phil, your body gets surged with the powers of the great oak tree. In Brobrex's mindscape, what is death like for a toll? Very funny. Not ha ha he he, but in a huh. They look around. It's quiet. They're outside, right under the great oak tree. They see their friends from long ago. They all just wave to him, like their arms up, almost in this kind of position, arms up. Brobrex does the same arm motion. I'm here. Sorry it took me so long. And begins to march forward towards them. As the camera pans out and fades out, the whirring of Gypsy's Danger's nuclear engine continues. Before it goes off.
If I may.
Of course.
As the scene of Brobrex's back getting further from the camera as it begins to move towards his friends near the base of the great oak tree, and it starts to fade out, and Brobrex becomes kind of just a shape, getting smaller, or like a shadow. And as we realize that there's this shadow of Brobrex getting darker as it begins to move further from our focus, we see that shadow grow and take on a different shape. One unfamiliar, or rather unconnected to Brobrex maybe specifically, But in this moment, having a close hand in the things that will happen next. Sloan, if you could describe to us how this looks as essentially something that Phil did back in, I want to say episode 2 or 3, is coming into play in this moment.
So Phil stands on top of was it the TV stand where we found the bomb?
Yes, it was the entertainment center. Mm-hmm.
So we stood on top of the entertainment center and we looked down at this suitcase nuke. And Phil's mind kind of ran back across his life and career. And he looked at his sick ass leather jacket and his dark shades and every job he had done and how he had spent his entire life trying to be the cool guy. And for the last 2 days, he had worked with Brabrax, a toy that didn't seem to give a shit about any of that and was truly about the betterment of the house and his brothers. And Phil reaches out and turns this bomb into a weapon that Brabrax can use and plucks a small necklace that he was wearing off without Brabrax seeing and adds it. It's the parafit of wound closure that he had incorporated into the armor. So as you stand there, Brabrax, this shadow that envelops around you rises. And you can hear a deeper rodent's voice. The seasons don't have to change yet if you don't want them to. And then it's up to Brabrax.
I imagine that this voice comes from behind them or beside them. Brabrax doesn't look to see where the voice is coming from. They felt this presence familiar with how Phil uses their magic, goes about doing things. While not trained in any kind of like divinity, they have a protector of some sort. So they're aware. They look out to their companions who are waiting for them. They breathe a relaxed sigh. I'm tired. I would like to rest. It's been fun. Can you carry a message for me?
You probably don't hear any voice, but it remains there, waiting to receive whatever you have to give it.
Lead the next generation. They're going to need you. This once one hell of a ride, boys. As this, all intents and purposes, you see Gypsy Danger first. The outer shell breaking off. And then you see the power armor exoskeleton break off. You see the upgraded form of Brabrax. That fades off until they're the tiny little Bionicle, doing their last little over to their comrades, to their friends, to the people that they long to see again.
Amazing. As your friends welcome you, and our vision of this scene actually truly does fade out as we see the shadow just escape the fading before it closes. Xander and Carl, Phil, you all stand up around the fallen body of Frank and of Brabrax. As you hear Brabrax's voice carried on the winds of shadow, and you hear this final order from one of your teammates, from a leader in the group, to help the next generation to continue to protect this house and do the work. Is there anything that the three of you would like to do or say in this moment?
I think out of the group, Xander's the least experienced, right? I think it would make sense, right? I think he's never really experienced loss except for with his grandfather, and like I think he kind of viewed Brabrax as kind of like the man his grandfather would always want to be, like adventure wise. So I think Xander doesn't really process grief well. He just internalizes it. And so I think since the dusty haze around it, like it's just, you all see like that he's involuntarily gathering all the dust to him, and it's just like it's like raining now, like liquid dust. It's like he's crying, but he's turned the dust into liquid dust as it's just raining, and that's just him crying. But he just internalizes it. He doesn't even realize it's happening. He's just like kind of like almost like numb, and he's just looking at Brabrax's body. He can't even comprehend what's happening.
Carl. The bomb's still ticking. We hear it spooling up. Carl knows that Brabrax has fallen, but his gut reaction is he sprints towards Brabrax with the intention of getting him out of the suit and pulling him back, but there's definitely not enough time for that. So he sprints out, and as he runs, Cam stays with his head down, and Carl runs out and starts kind of fiddling with the stuff, and then at the last second, Cam's watching, they swap.
Incredible. What about Phil? As you, like, in this moment, as you're watching Brabrax's final, I was going to say breaths, but figuratively speaking, his final breaths, you know that there's this potential for this contingency plan, this failsafe that you've designed into the exoskeleton armor. But you heard, as if you were there, the groundhog's shadow, an extension of yourself. You heard Brabrax politely decline the offer. What is Phil doing?
I think at first he reached out with the intention of using his last portent or doing something to change the outcome. And you can see shadows start to creep towards where Brobrex's body was. And then as the wind blows and a leaf catches the air, he stops. And the shadows divert and then wrap around Brobrex and contain it as much as they can. And maybe even after they swap, maybe help Cam.
Amazing. As the echo trades places with Carl and the shadows wrap around Brobrex, Xander showered with dust as a personal thunderstorm hangs overhead. The bomb within Brobrex does eventually go off, but all of you are either far enough away or have put something in between yourselves that everybody is, all intents and purposes, safe from the explosion. As the next several hours of the day, in terms of human time, kind of go through a blur. There's a lot of moving parts, as essentially what ends up happening, we see like this quick montage scene, like a time lapse of police officers like showing up to the house. I mean, somebody was thrown out of a second-story window and broke their neck on the fall. Frank was being very loud. All different kinds of shenanigans going on in the house. Eventually, the police were notified by a neighbor or something like that. So the police show up. They arrest Frank as he is screaming about all of this crazy stuff that's happening, about how there are people who live in the walls and they live in the floors, and there's rodents who ride the dogs, and there's a toy that was ticking like it had a bomb, and all of these things that they're saying are not helping their case as the police officers are dragging Frank outside. And all of you who remain have saved the house. You've saved your home against impossible odds. When they were stacked against you in the most unfair way, some force this large put against you, and the three of you at least stand here victorious. And so a couple days go by. You start to come to terms with the fact that Brobrex is no longer part of the TIA, as the three of you may even go so far as to set up a little shrine or a little altar near the oak tree in the backyard.
It's just an old one of the Bionicle masks.
On like a stick.
On like a stick or something. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. And so there's a quick scene of like that typical scene at the end of the movie where it's like a funeral, and the three of you are there dressed all in blacks and dark colors. It's raining a little bit.
Dust rain.
A little bit of dust rain mixed with some real rain, as you guys all have this moment saying your goodbyes to Brobrex. And as you head inside the house once more, enter into the kitchen, you think to yourselves, man, you know where we haven't been in a long time? The crumb pit. we haven't been to the Crumb Pit. God, I don't even think we went to the Crumb Pit in the last 4 or 5 episodes. And so you decide to stop in.
For old time's sake, really.
For old time's sake, you stop into the Crumb Pit.
Oh, geez, I just remembered. I got a thing.
Absolutely not. We go to the crime. We smash cut to the Crumb Pit. We're in the Crumb Pit. It's too late. And you're there. Can I have the 3 of you make perception checks or investigation?
Sure. Yeah, we'll do perception.
16.
19.
23.
Nice.
Carl, the first thing you notice is how quiet it is underneath the stove. Alexander, you notice a mysterious lack of dust, as if there's been so much movement here, it has swept away all signs of detritus and decay. And Phil, you see the remains of a dozen Mighty Maxes. But not blood or even body parts. What you have found are the melted remains of burnt plastic. And in that melted carcinogen, written on the storefront that used to be the Crumb Pit, a shop you've been ignoring for days. You see written in the own body matter of the Mighty Maxes.
Oh no.
God.
It says, "The toys shall rise again."
Jesus
and that's
Christ.
all for season 1 of It's a Small World.
There's a
Thanks
season
so
2?
much for watching. I don't know, maybe.
my God.
I'm gonna leave the door open at least. Who knows? Maybe we'll get back together for season 2. I've now left the door wide open. Blackwell, you're always welcome to play a new character.
Incredible.
Hell yes. Well, gang, that's all for our story for this season. Thank you so much for watching. I've had an absolute fucking pleasure DMing for these absolute rascals, full of shenanigans they are. I've had so much fun. Thank you for watching. Thank you all guys for playing. Seriously, this meant the world to us. What a absolute pleasure. So much fun. Taking this silly idea and executing time and time again until it's not just a stupid idea, but it is a stupid and good idea. And so I thank you all for making that possible. Let's go around and do some outros. I suppose we can do them alphabetically, but since we're kicking off with, as usual, Brobrex / Blackwell, I mean, but character names, people names, they're all going to blend.
All right. Hey, everyone. How y'all doing? My name is Blackwell, your everyman in the TTRPG D&D verse here on the interwebs. I'm just here to show you that, hey, I'm a regular dude, and you can do this too. You can hop on to a show, tell an awesome story with some awesome people, and then you wake up to your 9 to 5 the following day, or if you're like me, you got like a 7:30, 8:30 call with your residential kaiju, who is your son, child, what have you. You can find me, God, where can you find me? Between Logomancy, the Pocket Dragon Hub, where I was streaming Rainbow, doing various things. I am your everyman. I'm just here to show you that, hey, you can do this too.
Hell yeah. I'm Sloan, aka Sloan Running. You can find me at all of the places at Sloan Running. And since this comes out in a while, I am also CEO and founder of Banished Media Company. So that's exciting and fun. And thank you so much for having me, Justin and Taylor. This was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Spencer. You can find me on TikTok under SpencyDM. I want to thank Justin and Taylor for having me. This been a blast. Sloan and Blackwell, you guys have been awesome castmates. Since this is not coming out for a while, I'm sure this announcement will happen, but I'm also cast in the Emergence Events 5e actual play that should be coming out here shortly. So yeah, you can find me there as well.
And I'm Taylor, the other half of the So You Want to Be a DM podcast with Justin. You can find us everywhere: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. So You Want to Be a DM. Podcast is So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master, everywhere you find podcasts. And wow, so blessed to have a table like this. We've been so lucky with the tables that we got, because this is just another home run. You guys are all amazing. This was so much fun. This was an absolute delight playing with all of you.
Yeah, truly an honor. Thank you all. Hey, maybe the season 2. And if there's one thing I know about the internet, is that we're going to listen to it. So you tell us if you want a season 2, because if you're loud enough, that's how the internet works. We have to listen. So
we have to.
Wow. What a dangerous thing to put into the ether, you know? and we've done it, and it's too late. See you next time, gang. Bye.